Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And tonight I want to continue my Star Wars powered by Stardark. I was about to say Star Wars powered by Stardark, but you first need to know what Stardark is. So Stardark is my adaptation of the Shadowdark rules to play space opera sci-fi adventures, in this case namely Star Wars. And we return to our characters Nash Duncan, smuggler, pilot, and flyer for hire, and his mysterious patron, client, passenger, Rhya, who is an Eldridian shadow huntress, but Nash Duncan doesn't know it. And Rhya has hired Nash to take her to coordinates in the Keldor sector near the Keldor Nebula. These are the coordinates because she has to retrieve an item. She didn't go into detail, from a vessel, and after she retrieved the item, she has to destroy the vessel. And just as a reminder, during the last session we discovered this elegant and beautiful looking vessel, but instead of blue lighting it has red lighting, as if it is the lighting of an emergency light, and the hull is very corroded. And let me check how this ring light setup looks, because I've pointed the ring light, I pointed it at the ceiling, so but still the reflection, but I think if I hold it like this, it is not that bad if it's at an angle. All right, so that is the vessel, and we ended the last session when I was about to dock at the underside of this vessel with my starship, the Versatile Rust Bucket, an old Corellian Engineering YR-1080 light freighter with very bad stats, but so far it has gotten us where we need to go. And yeah, I'm about to dock. And Rhya, she changed back into her armor. So this is an armor suit with a leaf-like structure, and it is very flexible. It basically hugs her body. I call this leaf skin armor. And she wears again her hooded cloak, and she gets ready to board this vessel. So, and I'm about to dock at the underside of the vessel. All right, so I dock at the underside, and she arrives in the cockpit dressed in her armor and goes, "How are we doing?" Yeah, I'm about to dock. We're almost there. And I extend the docking hatch or clamp, so this little suction section, it is standardized, and I attach myself to the underside of the vessel. All right, so before we enter, we should make a sensor sweep to see if there's any atmosphere left in this vessel, or if we need to take spacesuits. As a matter of fact, I would suggest that we take spacesuits with us, or not only take them with us, but get dressed in them, because a vessel like this, it can suffer a power failure any time, and it wouldn't hurt if we are then not caught there without life support. And little OOC info, in my universe, every vessel has like a standard emergency equipment on board, like standard tools and one spacesuit for every crew member, and also an escape pod. So I will not do any administrative bookkeeping and buy this stuff. It is like if you like like in your car, this first aid kit in your car, you gotta imagine it like this. So every spaceship comes with standard issue spacesuits for the amount of crew it can carry. At least in my Star Wars universe it does. Actually, you're correct. See, I'm not very used to space flight. Do you have spacesuits on board? Yes, of course I do. All right then. Yeah, let me get this this sweep in first. So I make a detailed and focused sensor analysis of the vessel above me. It looks like there's minimal atmosphere and life support still working, so we should be good. But as I said, it wouldn't hurt to take a spacesuit with us. All right, so we change into spacesuits, and then we head for the entry hatch. And I go, well, just so that you're at ease, I programmed the ship's computer to do a routine scan of the surrounding area in a circle, and whenever there's something unusual detected, I will get a notice, and then I can head back to the cockpit. So we shouldn't be caught off guard by any nasty surprises. Well, I hope you're right, but I will trust you on this. You're the pilot. I hope we can get this job done real quick and be on our way. Yeah. What was it exactly you were looking for? You already asked that. It is not of your concern. Ah, yeah, right. I forgot. And I smile. Of course, I didn't forget. I just wanted to see if I can get some info out of her. All right, so we head over there into the other vessel. So we docked on the underside of the vessel, and the docking hatch, it leads into a small cargo bay area, and we enter this cargo bay area, and the entire ship is illuminated by red emergency lighting, and the interior of the ship looks just as elegant as the outside does. So let me show you another picture, because I prepared something, because I knew what we were expecting. So this here, let me get this up a little. This here will be how the hallways of the ship look like. Very sleek design, smooth edges and surfaces, and the whole thing illuminated by red emergency lighting. I keep saying lightning, but I mean lighting. All right, so this is so that you get an idea. So, and if I put it like this, you just see the ring light. So I got to do it like this. So this is really annoying, but I can't print everything out. All right. So that's the environment we will operate in. All right, so we enter. And as we enter, let me make a roll if we see any indication of some sort of automated security mechanisms that might have activated for whatever reason. And it is these are my Oracle dice. It is a straight 50-50, and as always, if I roll doubles, I inject a random event. And of course, I gotta re-roll this 50-50, because it only counts if it's in there. All right, so yeah, 31. So as we enter, Rhya goes, something is not right. Look, and she points at some walls and the floor, and indeed I can see scorch marks. The security protocols have been activated. And I go like, so? I mean, this ship is drifting, and it looks like it has suffered suffered substantial damage or substantial damage. Could that be a malfunction due to the damage suffered? Unlikely, I doubt it. Not from what I know of our security measures. So what do you know? Are we in any danger? We shouldn't be, actually. The security devices should identify me as the right species. Yeah, well, that's great, but what about me? Well, I can command the security devices, and you should just stay behind me. Okay, so what are these security devices? They're droids, robots, very sophisticated. You will see. So wait a minute, what's that? And she points to some crates that are in the cargo bay or cargo hold, and behind those crates, or from behind the crates, I can see some feet sticking out as if someone lies on the floor. Let's check it out. All right, so, and we're in spacesuits, by the way. But of course, I attached my blaster to the outside of my spacesuit, and she did the same with her shadow blade handle. And we head over to these crates, and yes, indeed, there's a dead body. Let me roll, male or female. Even is always female, no matter what die. Even a 10, so it's a female body. And this female, she looks like also like a spacer, scoundrel, you could say, pirate type. And she's dead on the floor, and I can see scorch marks in her leather jacket. Let's see if I can get a picture here. Yeah. All right, so that is the woman that is laying dead on the floor. So she doesn't wear a spacesuit. She has like this leather clothing and a utility belt, sturdy utility belt, blaster, but not in the holster. It's on the floor next to her, and there are scorch marks in her jacket, and looks like as if she's been killed by blaster shots, and that's her, and she's laying on the floor. All right, and Rhya is pretty uneasy now because, damn, someone has discovered this vessel. Quick, we must hurry. This way. And she leads me into a hallway, and this hallway looks like I have showed you, and there's all this red illumination, and yeah, she heads towards the front of the ship. And let's do something here. A little sort of crawl. So let me get this journal out of the way here. So this is a little like Dragonbane now. So that was the cargo bay. I put this down here. So I make like a little flow chart. Cargo bay, dock, hatch, and from there she leads us towards the front of the ship into the next section. And let's randomly determine what this section is. And I've made a roll table here with random ship sections, and I'm just going to roll a d20, and I will say we need to cross 1, 2, 3 sections to get to the bridge. And here we have the bridge. And this is where she needs to go. And yeah, we are heading into the next section. Actually, this is too big. Let me get a little token out just for flavor. So I like green, so that is us. And let's see what the next section is by rolling on my roll table, and then let's see what awaits us there. Two. It's the engineering bay, a section housing the ship's main engines, power generators, and other crucial systems for propulsion and energy production. The engineering bay. All right, I just put down engineering. And the question is, do we encounter any security measures? And I'll just use a D6 now. On a 1, 2, 3, we encounter security measures. Of course, a 3. All right, so we head into the engineering bay. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Yeah, because I'm playing with only 2 characters and Shadowdark is pretty lethal, I have decided I will adapt the incoming damage reduction rules of Mandate Archive Stellar Heroes, or in Fantasy Blackstream Solo Heroes from Kevin Crawford, but I will only apply this to incoming damage. Outgoing damage will be normal hit points. I do not have a Fray die. It's just that incoming damage will be reduced. And those of you not familiar, Mandate Archive Stellar Heroes is an add-on for old school games. You can get it for free, which provides rules that enhance a single character in a way that he is able to beat challenges made for a group, for solo play. And the key thing is that incoming damage to your character is greatly reduced, while outgoing damage is greatly enhanced. But I will not use the outgoing enhancement rule, just the incoming reduction rule. And I will put this down on this character sheet. You will see in play how it works. I do not want to get into too much detail here. You can just check out Mandate Archive Stellar Heroes. All right, so just in case there will be some combat here. Yeah, so we head into the engineering bay, and I go like, oh, the engineering section. Maybe I should see if I can restore power to the ship and get us off this emergency life support. We don't have time for this. I need to get to the bridge. I don't know if the intruders are still on the ship, but then again, we haven't seen their vessel. But I gotta make sure that the item I need to retrieve is still there. So there's no time for that. All right, so she presses on and wants to leave the engineering section as suddenly the door opens, the engineering section door that leads towards the bridge, the blast door, it opens. And one, as she said, one security droid, one robot, stands in this doorway. And those of you wondering if this adventure is pre-scripted, because I got pictures for a lot of things. No, what I did when I started to get into artificial artwork, into AI-generated art, I created a wide variety of pictures, from city scenes to robots to starships, for basically stock situations that might come up in the game, so that I do have something to show, and I got this all on my tablet. But in this case, I gave it some Eldridian touch, as you will see, but that's the reason. So if you see AI art a lot in the coming episodes, it's just because I generated basically artwork for different kinds of recurring gameplay situations, if you want to call it that. All right, so this fancy looking, and I really hope you can see it because I can see the camera, and I hope the reflection is not that bad. So this elegant looking security droid with this characteristic blue glow, just like Rhya's eyes, they also glow blue like this, appears in the doorway, and I can see from this thing in the chest that it scans, so there's a blue light coming out of it, and it scans the room and the area for life forms, forms or intruders, and it goes like intruder alert. No, wait, it does not speak common. Haha. So it speaks the Eldridian language, of course, because it's an Eldridian droid, and I don't speak it, and I can't imitate it because it's a very elegant and melodic voice that I can't imitate. But it speaks in a strange alien voice that I don't understand. It sounds rather pleasant, however, but I do get the feeling that it is not good what he says. So I will just say it in basic, but you gotta, just so that you know what's going on, but you gotta imagine that this is in the Eldridian language. So he goes, intruder alert, hostile life form detected, terminate, terminate, terminate. And Rhya, she obviously understands it, and she answers also in this language, which sounds even nicer if spoken by a human, especially by her. And she raises her hands and speaks, "It is all good. I am Rhya. I'm on a mission from the Council of Elders. I am Eldridian. I command you to stop." So she talks to him. "This man is with me. I take full responsibility for him being here." She goes and raises her hands. Now the question is, does the robot actually comply, or does he have some sort of internal damage because of the events? But I think it is rather likely that he complies, so I'll give it a 75% chance, but there's still a chance that it doesn't work. So 75% that he complies. 23, yes, and no random event because no doubles. So he goes, Eldridian lifeform recognized, Rhya on mission for Elder Council, termination mode, terminated, resuming standby. All right, and she goes, well, now that we got this out of the way, what happened here? Why did the security protocols activate? Hostile life forms boarded the ship, humans, I assume pirates. So the defense mechanisms were triggered. A couple of intruders could be eliminated, but not all of them. A couple of security droids suffered catastrophic damage and were disabled. Those humans were actually pretty well armed and skilled. They plundered the ship. What do you mean, plundered the ship? I need to get to the bridge. Robot, escort me to the bridge. All right, I will escort you to the bridge. And then we enter the next section. Let's see what this is. It is for, it is, let's see what is for. Where's my table? Here. Oh, the medical bay, a facility equipped for medical treatment and research, featuring examination rooms, a surgery suite, medical equipment, and possible stasis pods for long-term patient care. All right, so the medical bay. All right, and let's just roll if there's any hazard or anything in this medical bay. Otherwise, it would be boring. And again, we'll use the D6 decider. 1, 2, 3 is negative. 1, 2, 3 means there's some sort of hazard. And of course there is. So as we enter the medical bay, we see that there is a force field in place here around the entry area, a force field, because there was a containment breach. And in this medical bay, they also stored, because this is a science vessel, a highly experimental, I don't know, virus, pathogen, mutagen, whatever, some nasty stuff. That is also, because otherwise it wouldn't be dangerous, because we got spacesuits, but that is also highly corrosive, just like an acid. So it would actually dissolve our spacesuits. So we see this energy field, and Rhya goes in her native language to the robot. So we are here in this stasis field now. What happened here? Why can't we continue? During the firefight, the containment field was breached. A deadly, corrosive, mutating virus was released into the air, lethal to humans and other life forms. Damn. All right. So can you basically activate the emergency, what is it, vacuum purge, whatever, to get the stuff out in space? Let's see if it's damaged. 1, 2, 3, of course it is. And of course it is. No, it is damaged. It is damaged. In the firefight, there's no way to purge this bay from the virus. There's gotta be a way. And I go like, well, how difficult can this be to fix? I mean, the spacesuit, I think it will resist, or it might resist, the corrosion for a short while. What do you say? I'll give it a try. I try to fix it, because there's also the engineering bay. If we can get power restored, we won't need the spacesuits anymore. Or maybe, well, I can't talk to this guy. You can, because I don't understand him. But maybe he knows of the ship systems. Maybe he's got the schematics. Is there a way maybe to reroute power or to fix this thing from engineering? I don't know, but good thinking. Security droid. Is there a way to basically override or reroute power to this purging mechanism through main engineering? So let's roll. Only on a 1 or 2 this time. It is not 3+. There is a way. Of course I roll a 1. No, there is no way. These are separate systems. Well, worth a try. Oh, she just goes, she translates. No, there's no way. Well, it was worth a try. So then the only thing we can do is we can try to override or to jury rig. This is what we spacer call these makeshift repairs. So we can jury rig this mechanism maybe. Well, she goes, I can't do it. I have to admit, I'm not very technical. My strengths lie in other areas. Well, I do know my way around the starship, but I'm not sure about your technology. And if I can read the signs, but I mean, I know how adapters look like and emergency valves and stuff, so I might give it a try. I mean, what do we have to lose? Well, we have to lose the containment of your spacesuit. Yeah, that is correct, but we do have an emergency atmosphere here, so it's not like as if we need it right now. I just got to make sure that I'm back in this containment field before my spacesuit is ruined and I catch this virus, because this is something I do not want to do. All right, you will give it a try. And if you fail, there's another way, but that way is only for me. You and your cryptic things, but all right, let's try it first. All right, and I will do it like this. So I'll use a d4. So I got 4 basically turns or rounds to try to fix this thing. Then I need to get back into the containment area, and it'll be an intelligence roll, because it is like tech, an intelligence roll. I got an intelligence of +2, and I do not get advantage because my background is gambler and I'm a scoundrel, but my special talent is silver tongue, so nothing really tech related, but at least I get a +2. So I'll make it a DC, let's make it a DC 15, and it's a +2, and I got basically 4 or 3 chances, because if it's at 1, I need to get back to the containment field, basically. So this is how this works. All right, so I go wish me luck, and then I head for the console, and this is my first try. 5, no, damn. So I fiddle with the cables. Second attempt, +2, DC 15. Damn, but I'm getting closer. 3, 2. Come on! All right, luck token. Last luck token. Reroll, luck token. Come on! Please! Natural 1. All right, so natural 1, so the suit goes failure, failure. Damn! And I immediately jump back into the containment field. And the suit is ruined because I rolled a natural 1. So the suit is ruined and I was not successful. Damn. I couldn't do it. All right. And there is one more way we could try. But this way is only for me. And I'm like, all right, now you got me interested. All right, and she breathes in concentrates as if she meditates, and what she's doing is she's trying to she uses the force aspect of control, and she tries to wrap herself in a force bubble, basically, that protects her but also the suit, so that it becomes like a protective shell, so that she can cross this area protected by a force bubble. All right, so that'll be a DC 12 use the force check, and she's got +1 to use the force checks as a talent ability or as an ancestry ability, because I just took this from the elves out of the Shadowdark book, and they got +1 to spellcasting rolls, so I interpreted this as use the force. And I only it's actually not that difficult, because it's only a small bubble that's protecting her, but she still needs to make a use the force roll +1. Please. Oh, look at this. A natural 1, that means on use the force checks, that is a backlash. She can't use any force aspects for the remaining, or until she completes the rest, and she also suffers 1d4 points of backlash damage, which is converted by the rules. So 2, that would be 1. So she concentrates, but suddenly she goes, damn, didn't work. So and she somehow feels exhausted and weak, so the force is also not her strong suit. All right, so then okay, now I've got an idea. She goes, all right, so she gets out her her compad, her compad, that's it. So like a little data pad, computer communication smartphone kind of thing, her compad, and she takes readings and coordinates, and she goes, all right, we will do the following. We will go onto your ship. We will undock, and with a precisely targeted laser shot, we will blow a hole in the outer hull of this section. Are you out of your mind? I mean, the entire ship could destabilize and blow up. And she goes, well, I have to blow up the ship anyways, or destroy it, but I need to check for the item first. But I don't see any other way how we can get to the bridge. Well, I do. But that was a good idea that you had. Let's go back to the ship, undock, and then we will fly towards this section here. We set the autopilot to hold position, and we make a spacewalk with spacesuits. I got another one in my ship because my ship can hold 4 passengers, so I got a reserve spacesuit. And then there's got to be some sort of emergency or maintenance hatch or something where you can basically enter. So not large enough for a ship to dock with, but for like dry dock repairs or something. There's got to be some sort of access hatch. All ships have these. And then we do it, we cross this section from outer space. And she looks at me, not really sure if she should be impressed because of this daring plan, or shocked because of its stupidity, but actually it's, yeah. All right. So she talks now. So when you held your little "how humans are daring" explorer speech, maybe you are daring. Let's try it. Why not? All right, so we head back, go into the ship, undock, fly over here. I program the autopilot that it holds position directly above, and I get another spacesuit, and and then those spacesuits. They have magnetic boots and little on the belt. They have very little thrusters that can only give short bursts or impulses, so that we can steer a little, and then our magnetic boots, they lock to the surface. And so we try that. And then we head for an emergency hatch. And only on a 1 on a D10, there is no emergency hatch. Otherwise, there is one. But always give yourself a chance to fail. And I'm almost afraid to see how this goes. But so on a 1, I'm out of luck. Otherwise, it's working. 6. All right. So there's an emergency hatch, and we can open it, and we enter this section via a maintenance emergency hatch from outer space. And my ship is hovering right here, and this is how we cross this contaminated medical bay. Excuse me. All right, so let's see what this is. What section? 8, communications. All right, so this actually fits that is located near the bridge. Communications, facilities for long-range and short-range communication, including subspace transmitters, signal amplifiers, and encryption systems. All right, comms. And let's see if there's an obstacle here. All right, so only on a 1, on 1d6 this time. Lucky on a 2. No obstacle. So we head for the bridge. All right, so we reach the bridge. On the bridge, there's another dead body. Let me see if I can get another picture. There's another dead body. Of the male version of the woman. So this guy, so I created some scoundrel kind of space pirate types, obviously. So this guy is laying dead on the floor, and there's also a destroyed security droid or robot that I've already showed you. So there was some fighting on the bridge, some firefighting, and I investigate, or I look at the body, and Rhya, she heads for the command console. And I look at the body, and I notice this tattoo here on the chest. I don't know if you can see it because of the reflection and stuff, but he's got a tattoo here on the chest that I take a picture of with my compad. And and while I'm at it, I also searched this guy for credits, because why not? and Rhya heads for the comm section. All right, so credits. He's got 2d4 times 100 credits. Why not? Because I'm pretty broke. All right, 500 credits. So I get some cred chips off him. So I got a total of 600 now. Write this on my character log. And yeah, she is at the commands, at the controls, and looks for the artifact. And this is a little metagaming here, because when I was thinking about this campaign, I was thinking of a way to basically keep these characters together. But also, I'm not playing a story, so I will let the dice decide. But I figured it would be great if the artifact that she has to recover, and this is OC, of course, the data core of this ship, because so this ship, it sent out an emergency distress signal, and so this is like the background, so that it's a complete failure and crew are dead and it's drifting. And because the Eldridian race, they are a secret race, and they, like I said, they don't want anybody to know about their race and who they actually are, and even worse, maybe discover their planet. She was tasked with retrieving the data core to make sure nobody gets it or retrieves it, and then destroy the vessel. And I figured it would be great if somebody discovered the vessel and already retrieved the data core. So then she has to get it, because it's of course also heavily encrypted with a strange Eldridian code, though there's still a chance that it's not yet compromised, and she of course still has to retrieve it. So, and then they would have a reason to stick together. So this is what I figured, how I could basically to keep these characters together during the series, but I will still let the dice decide. So 80% the data core is gone, but there's still a 20% chance of it being still there. Maybe they didn't get it out. So then, yeah, but then they could track down the pirates to see if they learn anything maybe. So that would be good too. All right, so 80% the data core is gone. 10, yeah, it's gone, of course. 80% it's gone. So let's see, 10 is, would that be a double? No, 1 would be a double, right? 11, I guess, yeah. Yeah, that would only be if I'd roll 100. All right, so, and she goes, damn. What is it? So I look up from the guy I just plundered. The ship's data core, the flight recorder, it is gone. It has been taken. Probably taken by these marauders. I guess that's not a good thing? No, that is not a good thing. That is the item I was sent here to retrieve. I do know that it is heavily encrypted, and I'm pretty sure that whoever took it is not that far away, and they probably haven't decrypted it yet. I need to retrieve this data core. And you need to come with me. And I'm like, why? I mean, you hired me to deliver you here. I did. And you will pay me to bring you back. I will. But why should I go on a wild goose chase with you across the entire sector to retrieve some data core? Because, she goes, I do not have time to find another pilot right now, and you're already deeply involved. You've seen things here that no human has. And I do not want to expose more of our secrets to other humans. So you will accompany me. I need transportation. I need a good pilot. And I need someone who knows his way around the sector. Wait a minute. And a confident grin creeps up my face. Did you just say you need a good pilot? Or that I'm a good pilot? And she's like, well, if that's it, what gets you to help me, yeah, you're a good pilot. At least I think. For a human. I mean, that encounter with this Kraken was pretty close. And the way you handled that ship, well, it's not easy to impress me. But in that moment, I noted your skill. Let's put it this way. So will you help me or not? See, why don't you just ask? I would be delighted to. But there's one more thing we need to discuss. But we can discuss this on our ship. Or on my ship. Excuse me. All right, so we need to head back real quick to determine where these marauders went, if we can even determine this. See, this guy here, he had a tattoo. I photographed it. Maybe this could lead us someplace. Well, it is at least something to go on. She goes. So we head back to the comms section, back into space, but then again dock, because she wants to overload all the reactors to make sure. And then we undock and we watch the explosion of this ship as the reactor overloads and the ship explodes into 1,000 pieces. And there we are in my tiny little versatile rust bucket, my old Corellian Engineering YR1080 in deep space at the edge of the nebula on the start of a wild hunt for a data core across the Keldor sector. And this is where we will end this episode. And I hope you liked it. And I will see you hopefully in the next episode. As always, I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Self-promotion, of course. If you like Shadowdark, please check out my Shadowdark rule set that you can get on DriveThruRPG for very little money. It's like, I think, $3.23. It's something weird because I made it like €3, so less than a good cup of coffee. And I also put out a supplement to it, Spaceships of the Galaxy, with more starships. And I will put the links in this video's description. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And if you like what you see, of course, please also consider subscribing. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.